bumming with Bob. Let's have a few brews. We'll have some fun with the bum wine crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer. 'Cause damn, man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bumwine Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat. And this week, we are welcoming back a special guest making her triumphant return for Three-Peat, the third time on the podcast. Is Miss Malynne Monroe is here with me today. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Third time really is a charm.
It is. We were going strong. We missed. It would have been third year in a row, but we missed last year. We could not coordinate. I know we went back and forth a bunch of times trying to get you back on the podcast, but scheduling is always a bitch, you know. So well, I don't blame you. But we're here today to make up for the lost time. So welcome back to the podcast. It's good to hear from you again.
To be honest, it's mostly due to my alcoholism.
Hey, you know, it happens. You have your ups and downs, and it can get rough out there. So I don't blame you at all for it. It's not your fault.
No, it is. I made my own choices. Of course, you have your own life and your schedules, things to do too.
Yeah, definitely. Trust me. It's always a chore trying to schedule with people. When it comes to a podcast, people think, oh, you know, you just do it whenever. And sure, if we were getting paid the big bucks to do this, it would be great. But my Four Loko sponsorship can only get me so far.
You got a Four Loko sponsorship?
Yes.
Oh
I got in on it, and yes, I am officially sponsored by Four Loko now. What that really means, I mean, yes, I get discounted merchandise and some swag and things like that. But
I want to get in on some shit like that.
But
we're Bud Ice or
I know you were pushing on that Bud Ice train for years and years, and they just will not budge on that one. But this week I am not doing any Four Loko this week. I did want to stop today and see what I could pick up, but I didn't have time. And for some reason here, it's pouring rain. It's been like raining constantly off and on for it seems like weeks now. So I had to dive in my fridge, go to the back, see what I had there. And what I'm going to crack open here today is a tall boy of some Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor here.
Wow. Nice. Yes. I have never partook of that.
Really? Never?
Nope. But I know it throws. Yeah.
Definitely a classic.
Yeah.
And it's funny, a few weeks ago I was at a barbecue and I brought the tall boy can of this along with me. And it's funny the amount of people that will come up to you. And these are people that I didn't really know. And they come up and say, well, wow, man, a Mickey's, I haven't seen that in years, or I used to drink that all the time when I was young. And I'm like, well, here I am. I'm still drinking it. So it's still out there. You know, you can drink it. Make that choice.
That's very odd. I had a dream about someone last night that would only drink Mickey's.
So it was inevitable today. I guess I made the right choice then with it.
Yeah.
So
that's odd.
Yeah. But
everything's connecting.
I know everything works out here.
Works out the way it should.
Yeah, with the Mickey's here. I mean, I was drinking some Miller High Life before to get the pregame warm up action here. I almost went into the Steel Reserve, the Alloy series, the orange one I had, but I was like, you know what? I didn't want to disrupt the apple cart with the Four Loko sponsorship. You know, they're competing brands. So I was like, I don't want to upset the big loco over there. So I said I'll play it safe with the Mickey's malt liquor. So that's what I'm drinking here today. But so how have you been? I mean, what have you? I know you're still out there doing your OnlyFans and
Yeah.
expanding that all the time, and getting a little more into some other ventures as well, I see.
I'm not very focused on that, to be honest with you. It just helps me survive. It's sex work, you know. I do have a friend that I might shoot with, that I'm very comfortable with. I'm super picky about who I shoot with because I have like a lot of anxiety. You can probably hear it in my voice.
You got it right. You got to do.
Yeah.
You don't just dive in with anybody. I mean, that's
You can probably hear it in my voice. Hence why, I just like the alcohol because I lowers inhibitions and
yeah, you're right. It
lowers
loosens
the
you up.
anxiety, gives you confidence.
Exactly. It loosens you up. It gets you.
Yeah,
You let down your guard a bit, which is good and bad
right.
at the same time. So I totally get that, and I know you're taking your break from drinking
Yeah,
for
well,
now.
I have to. I have to. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you do, and that's what I always say too. And it's like, look, I mean, I like drinking, I like having a good time, and if
Mhm.
people don't like to drink or don't, I mean, that's your own prerogative. You do
It's
you.
it's for the children.
Exactly. You have to make the best choice for you in your life. You don't want to go too far down.
That's why I'm trying to do some lifestyle changes because I do want to get out of the sex work and OnlyFans and all of that, for my children. So I have,
Yeah.
there's better things to do.
Right. There's right. I mean, if it's not what you really want to do, I mean,
No, it's
there's some people that love that stuff and love doing it, and I talk to a lot of people on the podcast that are in the adult industry, and they love the work. They have fun with it. They do it because they like it and they have a good time with it. But if it gets to the point with you where it's not fun and you're just doing it just for the money and just trying to get by with it, then your heart's not in it and you want to find something else to do.
exactly. I'm trying to find my way. So I don't, I don't know.
I mean, is there anything else out there that you think you want to
Well,
do?
well, everybody has dreams,
Oh yeah, right. I'd love to be getting paid the big bucks to sit here and do a podcast, but that hasn't happened yet. But
Well, I was
you hope for
working
the best.
I was working at a convenience store, a seafood market, selling lottery tickets. We've talked about that. I've had that job before.
Right. Yeah, I remember
I
that.
went back to that.
But I guess with you, I mean, I guess with the OnlyFans and that stuff, I know a few times before you've kind of took a step back and said, okay, you were done with it, you weren't going to do it, and then you come back
Oh,
again.
no, just once. Just one
Okay.
time I did that with OnlyFans. Just one time, but I do feel like I it's coming up on it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I
I'm
want to
not
do
in that.
something else.
Right. I mean, I'm not in that position. I know I mean, you have a huge following of people that love your content and are like sitting there waiting for it, which is a good thing for you when you get people that will subscribe and and support you with it. So, once you say you're done, you're going to have a lot of disappointed people out there.
Well, there's others. There's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger boob.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, you're up there at the top. It's
No,
tough,
I'm
I
really
mean,
not. I'm
I know,
really
I know.
not.
I know.
I'm like, I'm like dwindling, and it's okay. It's because I'm not putting my heart into it, and I'm not putting my effort into it. I'm not into it. If
True.
I was, it would be better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like
So
the people that are out there every day dropping content, new stuff, videos,
yeah,
pictures,
they're gonna make
constantly.
bank because they're putting the work into
Hmm.
it, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm only, doing it when I feel like it or doing the things that I enjoy. And also, it used to be like I would just drink and do it, and it would be great. Well, now,
Yeah, well, like you said, that would
yeah,
be when you would loosen up in that regard, and then just let your inhibitions to the wind, and then
yeah,
just go crazy, and okay, you just start shooting pictures or videos or whatever content, and
yeah.
then the next day you wake up, you're like, well, what did we shoot last night? What did I do? I mean, did I post
Well, it
that?
just
Oh crap!
depends on how much you drink. For content creation, I would just like just small amounts beer.
Yeah, you can't be going
Yeah,
too hard and in those
definitely.
cases with it. So I get it.
It's a
It's true.
time and place. Like,
No, I get it. I get it. I mean, it's tough because that's what a lot of people will know you for. I mean, that's how you all these people you have the following, the people that have been following your content for years. I mean, when did you start? I mean, you were doing this stuff before, like even like the 2020 during the pandemic was like the
yeah,
big boom of the OnlyFans. But I think
right.
you were doing stuff like. Did you start during that time, or was it before that? Because I could have sworn you were doing stuff prior to
Well, I
that.
started OnlyFans in 2020 when I was pregnant with my
Okay.
daughter. Yeah, lots of people love pregnancy content. That's all I
I
can.
see. I know. I see. Yeah, a lot of people that is a hot market to get into out there. Yeah, I know. I follow some people that were models and then got pregnant and then they're constantly saying like, oh yeah, like these subscriptions go through the roof at during
Mm-hmm.
that
They
time
do.
period.
They really do. They really do. Babies do make everything better.
Yeah. And it helps you out in the end. You're like, okay, well let me make this work for me
Mhm.
a little bit
Well,
to let that go. And
it's just a beautiful thing.
I mean, it's interesting to see the progression of how you've gone over the years
Yeah.
with everything. I mean, I know when we first chatted and connected, years ago was I guess when you were working in the strip club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know from there, I don't know, you were posting when we talked about it before you were doing the Bud Light
Yeah.
Hurricane Challenge and
I tagged you. Yeah, I
and,
tagged you.
and that stuff and I
Because
don't know.
yeah, they were about to, they had these hurricanes and they were selling them, I think, for like 475 or something. Anyways, we would like all pull in, like throw our dollars in and then chug them at the same time, put our straws in. And there was one time, like, they weren't getting any more. They discontinued them. So I was like, let's just hurricane challenge. Let's do
Load
them
them up. Let's
all.
do it. That's it. Take what do we have left in there? All right, we do them
Yeah,
all.
yeah, and that's what we did. Not long. It was great. Good
Yeah,
memory. Mary Jane.
yeah. See, you don't forget something like that, you know.
Yep. Mary Jane. She's hope she's doing well.
Well, that's all the people you've run into in your line of work and who you've seen over the years, and a lot of interesting characters. I'm sure that you've interacted with
Yeah.
out there, but between being in person in the strip club scene, or if it's online in the OnlyFans scene, it's still interesting characters on both sides of the fence.
Exactly. Well, I mean, people can put up a front online, but try to, catfish and all that shit.
Hmm.
But I'm just me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
this is what you get. I'm here.
I,
This is you. See, there you go. See, there it is. That's the scene. People love the burps here on the podcast. So that
It's a Dr. Pepper burp.
I was going to say that's the non-alcohol
Dr.
burp
Pepper
over there. I mean, usually once I start drinking this malt liquor, then the burps will start coming on. But so far, so good. But now it's going to be tough for me to compete with that. I got to start really pounding this thing down now.
No, don't do it. Take your time.
Yeah, I know. I know. Don't worry. It'll come out there.
I'm very grateful for all my experiences, though, because now when I see other people struggling with it, with a variety of things, not just alcohol, not just sex work, I can be helpful.
No, and that's good. I mean, like you said, you don't want to have to be in the situation that you get yourself into, but as long as you can pull yourself out of it,
yes,
before you get too deep into it,
take your chances. Take your chances and make it a positive thing.
Exactly, yeah. Because I know when you first brought this up, when we were going back and forth, saying, "Okay, there we go, there it is." Now I got it. See, that was good. When we were first going back and forth, trying to schedule, to do the podcast, like you said, we've been trying this for over a year to get another one on hand, and you said you were drinking, you weren't drinking, you were taking a break, and then recently you're like, okay, no, I'm done with it, so I'm gonna do a sober podcast. I'm like, hey, that's totally fine with me. It's not like I don't have anybody on here and force them to drink. I'm like, if you want to bring a drink along, that's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm going to be drinking on my side. If you want to drink too, that's great. But I've had many people on that aren't big drinkers or just don't want to drink that day. I mean, like I said, I've had people on that are just like,
sometimes it's not a drinking day.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, look, you have been drinking or you've been on vacation or doing stuff. You're okay. You need just some time to recover for a bit.
To be honest with you, most days should be a not drinking day, is what I've come to discover.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, it depends on how crazy you're getting into your drinking on any given day. But that's also a reason why, in certain cases, you shouldn't drink. If you can't control what you're drinking or how much of it, then that's when you have to, you
cannot
stop.
Control, just don't do it. And hence why I'm just nope.
Which is great, and I think that's great. I mean, when's the last time you had a drink or anything?
In April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean that's April, and we're in July now, so I mean that's a good couple months. So kudos to you.
Coming up on 3 months.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, for you to go through that and keep on that path,
I really don't want to go back to it at all. Like, I don't like myself. I mean, sure, I was funny and things are more fun and shit like that, but it's just setting myself back. But
right.
It's so funny though, or ironic, I suppose. When I was like that, drinking big, and you know how like when you drink. Well, I don't know if you've ever gone through this, but anyone else who's listening, when you drink a lot, you get like super hungry.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, like me and my ex, we used to call it drunk rage because we would just want to eat everything.
I've been there. Yeah, you're drinking. You go into the kitchen. You're like, what the hell do we have to?
Yeah,
you're eating snacks and leftover food. Not even heating it up. Like I've said this before. I'm like I've come home times drunk and hit the leftover Chinese food and I don't even heat it up. I'm just eating it cold out of the Bings. I'm so fucking hungry. I gotta eat something.
Yeah, just want to eat whatever, whatever's there.
but it's good. And now, trust me, this is not any type of self-help podcast here. Anybody who knows what I do,
No, it's not self-help at all.
It's something different. It's something. I mean,
this is a period in my life where I am bettering myself, and that is, yeah. So the next one, you never know. You know what I mean?
Right. But hopefully but nobody wants you to go back to your previous ways or anything like that. Yeah. If it ends up being something detrimental
exactly
to you. That's the thing. If you find out what works for you and how you live your best life, then go for it. Keep on that path. If you find out down the road that okay, you can control your drinking and have a few here and there and not get too crazy, then great. But if that doesn't work and you can't, then you just step back and say, okay, I can't do this anymore. And it's for the best to do it that way. So it's definitely something different here that we're kind of diving into.
I know, right?
But it is, but it's not. I mean, people be like, what the hell? Where's the boobs and the and the porn talk? And
oh, we can talk about boobs. No, it's just this one is I'm on my path of recovery and just getting my mind right,
Oh, yeah. And like I said, and if you have to get away from the OnlyFans and the sex work and that kind of stuff to kind of right your ship and get back on the right track, then that's what you have to do with it. I mean, like I said, I know previously when you were doing the OnlyFans, we were talking about, when you're doing content with people and having to get people to sign waivers and IDs and everything. But then I know I've seen, you were starting to do more shoots with other people, right? I mean, that was kind of where you were going down.
Doing whatever, literally whatever I feel like. If I have an opportunity, cool. If not, whatever. And mostly I'm just like customs, things like that. But I want to get out of it and not depend on it.
Now, I mean, is there anything that you would want to do? I mean, not on like the dreams level. I mean, anything that you could see yourself wanting to do?
Maybe writing.
Okay. I mean, I know that's always, I know what you've said to me when we've talked is that you've always wanted to do because I know I was pushing you for a while because I'm like, oh, you should do, the blog posts on the website, bumwinebob.com, do the, just do some writing about whatever. And you were like, oh, eventually I'll do it. And then
that's because of the alcohol. Yeah, like I just put things off and drink, and
the offer's always on the table. Anytime you want to write something, you let me know.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. You can just get your stuff out there and give it to the people and see what happens. And
I'm trying to keep my dreams realistic.
Well, right. That's the thing. It's like everybody has these dreams and these thoughts of, okay, this is what I would love to do, but it's at the level of, okay, what's obtainable, what is like really outrageous. I mean, you love the outrageous dreams to be obtainable and get a hold of them, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. So I mean, definitely, hopefully, whatever path you end up going down, will work out best for you.
Exactly. And I need to start like taking care of my body too, which brings me back because I did lose my train of thought on that one. The drunk rage. The eating a bunch of food. Like, okay, so discussing sex work too. men, they prefer me when I was bigger. Like, I made way more when I was bigger. Like, it's weird.
Okay, you know what sells to people? That's the the big
Yeah,
thing. But
but
then it depends on what works best for you
they
and your
like
life because you're like you see yourself as being bigger. You're
they
like, okay,
liked it. They like the drunk, freaking, I don't know, plump, big old boobies. That's what. Yeah, that's not me anymore. I did make a lot of. It's just like the pregnancy. That's
right,
not.
right.
They're not pregnant, and then the drunk and plump and eating snacks. It's not me anymore. So
Right, because you have to better it for you because it's like you see yourself like that. You're like, okay, I don't like how I am.
we just constantly evolve.
Right, right. But it's like, well, okay, the people like you when you look like this. Be like, hey, well, I don't like myself when I
Hmm.
look like this.
No,
So
I
then,
didn't.
so then you better yourself, and you're like, well, what the hell? Why does nobody? Why don't I have the same amount of fans or subscriptions now compared to then? It's like, look, I'm bettering myself, people. You should
I
be
know.
signing up to for me
They
this now
want me.
because I'm better now. I'm healthier. I feel better. I think I look better. But the people are like, no, no, you don't. But that's just guys and their picky ways.
Yeah,
So
because
I
they got
mean,
used to the other thing. They got used to the other thing.
right, right,
Yeah, that's what their comfort. They got used to the other thing.
right. You switched it up on them, and now they're like, oh well, now I don't like you anymore. Now you switched who you are, and it's
Well,
like,
I
well,
don't think it's like that, but it is definitely a change if you see the way I look then, like last year and versus now,
so you're bettering yourself here. So
a
people,
year and a half
yeah.
ago.
So get in on that OnlyFans now while you still can. To see
Yeah.
because you never know when it's gonna end. At this point, like you said, it's something that you want to get away from. So now's the chance to get in there and check out all the content that's out there before it's gone forever.
Well,
So
I made a YouTube channel as well. It's Mally does stuff. It's kind of dumb, but my grandmother gave me a Bible that was my great grandfather's. So I'll like read it and put my opinion in occasionally. And then I have another video where I interviewed a homeless person at Dollar General.
okay, all right.
Yeah, things like that. Because I really am into investigative journalism. I feel like that might be it.
There, that's some good Mickey's
Is
fine
it?
malt liquor. It is good. It's very
How you
enjoyable.
how you feeling?
Good. You get a nice buzz, but not too crazy. Not the It's certainly it's not a Four Loco buzz. It's not at that level. It's not even the Steel Reserve
Is it in a
level.
bottle?
I know this is a 24-ounce can. So like those big the 24-ounce Bud Ices that you were
Oh,
used to drinking there. It's the same thing with the Mickeys.
I thought they only had Mickey's in the bottle.
They have the cans are rare. I can't get them around me. My buddy Roadhouse, who's out in Kentucky, he was nice enough to send me a 12-pack of the 24-ounce cans because they were on sale for like $1 each. So he sent me over a 12-pack of these, and they have them you can get the Mickeys in the 40-ounce
Mm.
bottles, and also the 12-ounce bottles, which are the little grenade-looking ones. Have you seen those before?
I have not.
Okay, they're cute. They're cute little wide mouth bottles that are shaped like little grenades and are green that have the Mickeys.
Oh shit, that's
They're very
cool.
cute. They're very cute. They're very nice.
Well, you know what? When I do have a drink again, I'm gonna. I think I should do that one for my
There you
first.
go.
The grenade. Isn't it an actual like little grenade thing?
It's a little glass bottle shaped like a grenade. It's got like the little markings of it there. If you can look it up, when we're done, you look it up online and you'll see the bottle. They're cute. People like them. They're very unique.
All
So
right.
it's a fun little thing there with the Mickeys.
If or when I drink again, I'm gonna do that. That sounds
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. It's a nice little gimmick to use for it there. Like I said, I was gonna say, like I had for the longest time, I had a 40 of Bud Ice in the fridge last year. Because I can't get them around here often, and I got it when I was down in North Carolina a while back, and I had it in the fridge, and I was like, okay, I was waiting because I know you're the big Bud Ice girl, and I was waiting, but it just got to the point where I couldn't wait anymore, and one weekend I just had to crack open the 40 of the Bud Ice and drink it.
I was never the official Bud Ice girl.
You're trying. We're just still trying. I mean, I'm sure if they ever come back out and they want to get you on board, they get still make that happen. But I know you were trying to.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah, keep out there, saying you go through and keep putting out those pictures of you with the Bud Ice cans, and eventually somebody's got to come across it and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, look at her! She looks good with those Bud Ice cans. Let's get her on board."
Yeah, keep trying.
Yeah. So I mean, what else is there? Anything else going on with you these days? Anything else you're working on?
Just following my dreams. I want to get out in the ocean. The closer to the ocean I am, the happier. It'd be really nice to go out on a boat.
Yeah, no, get out there and clear your head and clear your head out there and just set sail and see.
Yeah, like I've just been like so closed in, That's what I'm saying. It'd be nice to get out on the water.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you're out there. Maybe you have that like that thought and like where it all comes together, and you're like, oh shit, this is what I need to do.
I don't know.
My life out there. I mean, it's it sounds good, right?
Right.
Great to chat with you again. Great to have you back on the podcast once again. Even if the drinks aren't flowing on the alcohol side with you this time, it's still great to chat with you and telling your story with people, and if it can help anybody in their struggles with alcohol or anything like that, you can do your part to try to, like I said, not that we're any type of self-help podcast. So take all this, within reason. I mean, this is bumming with Bobcat for God's sakes. It's not some therapist podcast here, but it always helps when it gives you a forum to, just kind of talk about what you have going on, things like that. And if somebody listens that's going down the same issues as you, they can say, oh, wow, she dealt with this, and maybe I have to do the same thing.
Yeah. I can't drink, so.
Yeah.
And I won't.
Keep going down that path. I mean, you want to tell everybody where they can find you on the socials and OnlyFans and that stuff?
Yeah, sure. And my Instagram, I just made it, so obviously I'm not gonna remember it.
No, that's everybody always tries to make all the socials uniform, so they're all the same. But when you've had them and you've gotten either kicked off or removed or something, you've had to create new ones. So then all the names becomes things totally different. So there's nothing that's the same.
Well, what I'm saying is alcohol really does screw your brain up because the short-term memory thing is fucked, It really does. So I really hope anyone out there who's struggling, you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can.
There you go. There you have it. The words of wisdom. Well, hey. Well, it is great. It's great chatting with you.
Yeah.
And as always, we'll definitely have to do it again. Hopefully sooner than than a year or two from now, just to see where you are. I mean, I know we're always chatting back and forth, so it's good to keep up with you and seeing your progress with everything. And best of luck to you with your journey. She is Miss Malynne Monroe is here with us here on Bum with Bobcat. I am Bumwine Bob. Be sure to check out the website at bumwinebob.com, and hopefully maybe we'll have a special blog post from you on there sooner rather than later. Be sure to check her out. Check out the OnlyFans that's out there, for who knows how much longer. You never know. Be sure to get in there now before it's too late. Don't forget to check out the podcast, rate, subscribe, review, all that stuff there on Premier Podcast Network. And until next time, cheers.
I need a beer.